How are we getting on, folks? And look at we couldn't close out the week on a high. Definitely the worst day of um of the week so far in terms of tipping horses. No winners on the YouTube, but we did manage to get a winner with Patreon, so I am happy about that. Two non-runners as well, one of them being the nap, so we were on the back foot from the very start. So look at it was just one of those days. We can't complain too much. We did have five great ones. Um, Definitely did substitute for the two bad ones that we did have. I'm absolutely delighted the fact that I came fifth overall in the Hollywood Bets Punters Challenge overall as well. So that's something as well, considering there was 400 odd entrants into it as well. So look, I'll take what I can and I'll take what I get, but I am very much disappointed the fact that we couldn't land a couple of winners at least in the patron, or the not the patron, the YouTube. But look at it is what it is, and we just have to pick ourselves up and dust ourselves off going into tomorrow. Before we do, though, I want to give a bit of self-advertising to myself and Ryan Sharkey. That obviously is with the Irish Racing Hour. If you want to sign up to the Patreon, now is the time to do so. The start of the month is always the best time, considering you will be getting the most value out of it. Basically what it is €10 a month. That gets you in to all the daily tips. You get monthly giveaways then as well. This month we're giving away a share in a horse. The name of the horse has to be decided yet, but we are looking at options there. We're trying to get a nice dual purpose sort that will give you plenty of fun both over hurdles in the winter and then on the flat then for the summer. For the sake of €10 a month, you will not find anything else like us. We definitely give back more than we get, and definitely it would help us out big time, especially with the podcast and everything else like that, if you were to sign up as well. But as well as that, you get added into the WhatsApp group as well. That's been absolutely hopping all day, better than what I've been doing anyway. That's one thing for sure. So look, it's up to yourselves. You won't find much better of an opportunity there if you do, or if you have an interest in say potentially owning horses or whatever like that. We are giving away a share in a horse good for a year for the sake of €10 a month. Sure, look at where can you go wrong. We will be giving that away on the 5th or the 6th. Not totally decided yet, but we will be getting the draw done fairly early on in the month. So make sure to get your name in the hat as quickly as you possibly can. This is something that you shouldn't be missing out on, folks. We're definitely really starting to focus on the giveaways and everything else like that. So patron members are definitely well respected and well thanked for the support that they've shown us and everything else like that. So look, the link is down below to sign up to Patreon. If you are interested, make sure and get it done as soon as possible. For your own sake, more so than anything else, just so you don't miss out on any of the giveaways or anything like that. Definitely well worth your money. We had our first winner there today from one runner, with micromanage winning very easily there. I'm absolutely delighted. We tipped it up at 5-4 last night, ended up going odds on. So look, we spot the value there, and we try and find the best horses at the best prices in these particular days. I have one now for tomorrow in the first race in Cork, so we are going to be avoiding that one. But in terms of value, there's an awful lot of value there to be got. I'm going for win bets now tomorrow. Cork is a track that I do consistently well on. There last year we had a very nice day. I think it was 5 winners in all altogether. So that was definitely very nice. So look, it's up to yourselves. But if you aren't going to subscribe to Patreon, please do hit that subscribe button below. But anyway, we'll crack on and we'll start this tipping video. First race off, like I already said, is going to be the patron pick of the day, so I'm not going to be covering that here. But next race off, the 210. This one here, I am very much liking the look of Oliver McKiernan and Barry Brown in this one, claiming £3 on Junior Rattler. This one here currently priced at 4-1. I think this one has the race to himself. Looking at his overall form and what he's been up against and what he's up against here, it looks to be night and day. He's definitely the main farm horse in this particular race, and definitely should be well respected. I think he can go up £7. The fact that Barry is claiming 3 as well, that is offsetting that £7 by 3, so technically only going up £4 for a fairly comfortable win, if I'm not mistaken. Half a length, not necessarily too bad, but the third place horse was 17 lengths behind the second place. So look at you can make of it what you will. I think he's well thrown in, and 4-1 for me anyway looks to be the bet of the day. Next race off then, the 245, and for me, a horse that I was actually sort of contemplating for a champion bumper run, but he sort of fell by the wayside when trained with Gordon Elliott. Or since he's been trained with Gordon Elliott, should I say. Dark Spark, trained by local yard Mick Winters, ridden by Simon Torrens, a very, very talented jockey, should I say. This one currently priced at 3-1. I think this one here has the better form aspect, and in terms of improvement and everything else like that, he could not be in a better yard than Mick Winters. Mick always finds these little nooks and crannies to improve the horses and whatever, but 3-1 looks overpriced considering the way he polished off I think it was Dad's Lad in Kilbeggan, Dad's Lad and Ratnew Rookie, Pro Bono, Sputnik, Ballytobin. Not necessarily too much to write home about in that particular race, but let's be clear about it. And Enniskerry in the race after, definitely a bumper well within shouting about. Obviously, let's be clear about it, was one of the horses to really put it up to Kilcrush last time, or the times that they met. Enniskerry as well, a bit of a stable star for Barry Connell. And the fact that Dark Spark was only 2 1/4 lengths behind Enniskerry that particular day, for me anyway, that screams the form aspect of the race. When you consider Enniskerry is now, I think, what's Enniskerry now? I think he's rated 130 odd-ish, 126 over hurdles. So the favourite in here, rated 108. Look at it, it's there to be seen. Come on, Dark Spark at 3-1. I definitely think this one here looks to be the one in this particular race to win this sort of contest. I cannot see any other winner. Now, moving on into the 320 in my nap of the day, a horse that has been very well treated, very well placed, leased out by Ronan McNally. Just lobbed on the line going around in Fairy House last time out. All class, and I think he is going to be all class tomorrow. This one here currently priced at 13-8, trained by David Dunn and ridden by Keith Donoghue. Very interesting fact. Just going into it here now. David Dunn, it's his only runner on the card, and his profit loss ratio for €1 stake when he has only one runner in the card is 173.75 in profit. So that just says it all, folks. It looks to be this horse's race to lose. I can't see any horse in here to beat it. I think Dia Bellator is definitely well worth in each way, but in terms of a win aspect, all class looks to be all that. Keith Donoghue on board. I think Sean Flanagan was on the last time, but Sean took a fairly heavy fall in Galway there a couple of days ago, and he has been stood down since. So the fact that Keith Donoghue rides, look at he's solid as a rock over a chasing fence. All you have to do is look at his social media and you see him hunting his big grey horse. every other day during the winter, and I can't think, is it the Count or the, he has some name on it anyway, whatever it is, but it's a beautiful horse, and he's well able to jump. He's well able to jump fairly high obstacles, I think, all class. Well, look, it's a hurdle race. I thought it was actually a chase race now tomorrow. So the hurdle mark, yeah, 94. Look, I think he's well able to exploit it here. I think he can go up another 10 to 14 pounds personally myself. The fact that, like I said, he was only lobbed on the line the last day. He's not going to he's not going to show all his hands, or all his cards in his hand, and it looks to me the horse is going to go potentially odds on, maybe as far as 1 to 2 by this time tomorrow. And yeah, all class at 13 to 8 looks to be the nap of the day for me. 355 then, and we are going to take that form of all class and stick it in this one here. Citizens Army, currently priced at 5 to 1, 50 to 1 second behind all class last time out they met. In my opinion, is the form aspect of this race. It's not necessarily the strongest of contests. And Alan O'Sullivan claiming 7 for Eugene O'Sullivan. Definitely very interesting here, considering the fact that the horse is only 3 pounds higher, considering all class is going to go up by 14. So this Citizens Army is very well handicapped here. Local enough yard. They're going to want to get a fairly local winner here. And I think Citizens Army is their best chance of the day. If all class wins the race that I'm expecting them to win, I think this horse here is absolutely nailed on. There's no way the horse can go up only 3 pounds and have 7 claimed off it. So technically 4 pounds well in. It says it all, folks. All you have to do is look at the form of all class and just see how good this Citizens Army has improved to be good enough to win a race of this standard. 425 then, and I am tied between this one. Rock on Shamey, local enough yard to myself, or Brian Jordan, 50% strike rate around Cork. For me, I'm going to take the bigger price, and I'm going to go Brian Jordan. Knock on Steel, currently priced at 7 to 1, ridden by Sean O'Keefe. I think the way Cork is laid out, I think it absolutely suits Knock on Steel down to the ground. He's going to be up near the pace. He's not going to be too far off it. Third last time out around Kilbeggan. Similar enough mark, if I'm not mistaken, is actually the same mark he's on this particular day. That was off. That he was coming in on the back of a break for a month, and before that he was on the break for nearly a year. So he's starting to come into his own now, and I would definitely be expecting him to win a race of this sort of standard. 107, I think he's well able to exploit it. Sean O'Keefe, he hasn't necessarily had a bad season, but he's been quiet enough of late. If I'm not mistaken, I could be totally wrong. Yeah, 1 win from 24. But look, he gets on well with this horse. He knows the time of day. He should have a fairly decent knowledge of how the horse should be ridden. And 7 to 1 for me is overpriced, and I cannot go by it. Course and distance form around Cork is definitely something that should be definitely very much considered. And yeah, I'm going to take the plunge, and I'm going to go 7 to 1 here for Knock on Steel and Brian Jordan and Sean O'Keefe. And I definitely think it's definitely well within his rights to go and win this race. Next race then, 455. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Peregrine Run is winning this. And I'm not listening to anyone say that he's not. He is one of, if not my most favorite horses in training at the moment. He's just ultra consistent. You can't not but love him. In terms of consistency around Cork, just going into his form, second last time out over hurdles, He's known to be a better chaser though. Won around Cork. His last win. I think it was his last win. Yeah. No, he won on the flat in Leopardstown last time out. I think he might have only run a couple of times around Cork. Yeah, he's only run a couple of times around Cork. But look at when you look at what he's done and look at where he has where he is here, like a grade 2 winning hurdler, like he's back over hurdles again. Look at it's definitely very interesting. The fact that he gets weight off John McConnell's horse, Go Another One, who will I just say isn't actually a bad horse either, but in terms of what's the word I'm looking for? In terms of weights and talent compared to the weight that's been carried, Peregrine Run has this race in the bag. I don't think Go Another One is going to appreciate top weight. Just checking to make sure he is top weight. He is top weight here. And yeah, I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to say Peregrine Run at 8-11. I know it's odds on, but look, it'll be a leg up in a double anyway if nothing else. 5:30 then, last race of the day, and for me the next best is going to go to Don't Tell Grandad for John Kiley, and I think it's Jamie Gleason. I'm not 100% sure. Could be totally wrong with that now, so just apologize if I am. This one here claiming £7. Definitely very, very interesting here. Not necessarily too much to decipher between himself and St. Salvador. On level weights, but with the £7 being claimed by young Gleason compared to Tom Hamilton for Joseph O'Brien, I think this is going to be the nail in the coffin here. When you look back at his runs, second last time out behind Shinna Will for Emmett Mullins, who ended up going to Galway, finishing behind the Gossiper, Astro Diamond, Lahinch, Tree, Hey Johnny, and me, Agree Major. Now look, it was a winner's bumper, and it was a fairly hot winner's bumper at that. So I wouldn't be looking too much into that as a bad thing. 9 lengths behind him that particular day, ahead of Howdy Partner, Blue Blood, Winning Kate, and Bow Tie. For me anyway, the main eye catcher was the one when he finished 6th behind Berry Rouge, Nancy Wise, Bardstown Lad, Midnight It Is, and Dicebox. Now, when you look at the form in that, right, Berry Rouge is a winner already. Nancy Wise has won since. Bardstown Lad has won since. Midnight It Is, okay, it hasn't won since. But Dicebox has come 4th and 1st since. So you cannot argue the form of that race is outstanding. But the most important thing is the fact that his saddle slipped. His saddle slipped going around and he could still finish in 6th. It's unbelievable. Like the fact that the fact that he I think it's Jamie Gleason. I'm not 100% sure. Look, we'll just call him Mr. Gleason. The fact that he stayed on for a start was absolutely incredible. But to finish 6th in that field, I think he's much better than the mark that he's on. And for me anyway, this one looks to be his race to lose, and therefore the next best of the day. I cannot have the Joseph O'Brien odds on horse here. I think Don't Tell Grandad is much better and definitely should come on for the experience and more potential coming from him more so than San Salvador here. But look, I'm going to leave it there. Please, like I already said at the start of the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, as well as that for the link to Patreon as well down below as well in the description. €10 a month, you can't ask for much better than that. In terms of value and in terms of the competitors and other premium markets out there, we are definitely one of, if not the cheapest premium services out there. And the money that does come in definitely does go back out to the patrons and to the supporters and to anyone that helps us out any way, shape, or form. We do definitely appreciate every single bit of help that we can get. And if you could be kind enough to donate the €10 for this month as well, would be absolutely outstanding, and we would be greatly appreciated as well. But look, I'm going to leave it there. Very, very best of luck tomorrow. Hopefully this day was only a flash in the pan and it's not going to stay for too long. Exciting to see the jumps back again now, and yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. And look, at the very, very best of luck if you're following tomorrow, and hopefully we're on the back of plenty of winners.